Hi, everyone. Oh, so fun. So first, I want to start off by thanking Kathy and Sean and Dave and Maria for not only hosting just a wonderful weekend, but for also setting a great example for Shawna and Justin as they start their lives together. Yes. So for those of you who don't know me, my name is Jill, as he just told you. And I have known Shawna for about 13 years now. I first met Shawna when I was a freshman at Fresno State on the equestrian team. And Shawna was a senior in high school, and she was coming out on her recruit trip to Fresno. And myself and Adrian here and one of our other teammates were tasked with showing Shawna around that weekend. So what did we do? We picked Shawna up at the airport. And Shawna came rolling off the plane in her puka shells, ready for her California vacation. Yeah. So sometimes hosting recruits was really fun. And sometimes, it was kind of a bummer because as a freshman in college, all we wanted to do was lay out by the pool on the weekends. But after a weekend with Shawna, we had so much fun, and it was definitely one of the better recruit weekends. And I remember thinking to myself, I hope she comes to Fresno because I think I just found a friend. And that is what I think is so unique about Shawna, and what I think everyone here can attest to is that she is the type of person who you just connect with right off the bat and is fast friends with everyone she meets. And she's just genuine and makes everyone feel comfortable and appreciated and just comfortable in being their true self around her. And I know throughout our friendship, Shawna, through all life's twists and turns, has always been someone I can count on to listen to me and to make me laugh, of course, and give me a reality check when I need it, which is pretty often. So when she first met Justin, and after their first date, I remember her telling me just how easy it was for them, and they had an instant connection, and they just spent the entire date just chatting for hours like they were old friends. And I remember thinking to myself, maybe Shawna met her match and that she finally found someone as genuine as she is and someone that makes her feel as comfortable in being herself as she makes everyone else around her feel. And getting to know Justin, he is just that. Justin is the type of guy that's easy to get along with, and he was fast friends with our crew here, all the Monterey peeps. And he also has a really good, goofy, sarcastic humor that matches Shawna, which I think is, a necessity. And that's all that I could hope for as both of you guys as friends, that you both find someone to spend your life with that you deserve and is deserving of you. So happy for you. And I've loved getting to watch you both build your life together in Pacific Grove and now in Maryland, with the addition of Tonks, their cat, of course. Yes, and I'm excited for your future together. So with that, I want to give a toast to Justin and Shawna Bracci and a lifetime of friendship and humor and love. Yes, cheers. Cheers.
Hello, hello. Good evening, everybody. My name's Tanner. I'm Justin's little brother. Thank you all for joining us tonight. I'd like to open with a story. So about 15 years ago, we were camping at our favorite campground in the Sierra Nevada range in California called Hume Lake. And I was enjoying the peaceful call of nature, as we call it, using the bathroom, minding my own business. And then all of a sudden, in walks my brother Justin, and up goes a bucket of water over the stall. So I don't know if any of you ever used wet toilet paper, but I Would not recommend it. So needless to say, I've had the better part of 15 years to come up with a way to finally get even for that day. And I thought, what more appropriate of a time than tonight on the eve of his wedding? So I'm glad you're all here to listen to me. So I've actually compiled a list of grievances, and I have a few hundred gigabytes of storage on here, so it's a long list. But actually, there's really only one thing that I have to say. And to my brother, I just ask him, why did he have to set the bar so high? In life, in brotherhood, in the person he is, in the things he's achieved, what he'll continue to achieve, no doubt. He hasn't made it easy on me. And I know I don't say it enough, but he has my unconditional love, respect, and admiration as his little brother. But more importantly, as we're all gathered here tonight, setting the bar high in the amazing person that he's found here to share a life with. So I've spent a few years getting to know Shawna. And to be honest, the thing that comes to mind is I just can't help but smile every time I think of her. And maybe I'm not totally smiling right now because I'm just terrified to be publicly speaking. But I say that not as a joke, but because of the wonderful, happy, positive, amazing person she is. I legitimately don't think I've ever seen Shawna mad or upset. And I don't know if anyone else in the room can attest to that, but okay. So maybe I have something to look forward to. I don't know. But she has such an infectious, positive outlook on life. And I hope some of that rubs off on Justin. I mean, he loves cats now, so that's new. And then maybe if you can get him to love midshipmen next, there's nothing stopping you. And then one funny story I'd like to share with Shawna in my time of getting to know her. The first Thanksgiving she ever spent with our family, it was pouring rain in San Diego, shocker. But my parents' living room flooded. So here we are, Thanksgiving morning, on our hands and knees, ripping up carpet with towels and buckets, trying to bail out the water that flooded my parents' living room. But despite all that, Shawna sat there with a smile on her face, laughing, having a good time. And I think my brother and my dad were outside cursing up a storm, trying to deflood the place, but she was right there enjoying life. And in that moment, I thought to myself, Justin, don't screw this up. I may have had a different word, but I gotta keep it appropriate. But earlier today, I did think I heard and I do, and I don't think I saw any fingers crossed. So I say maybe he didn't screw up. So congrats to you both. I love you guys, and cheers.
Hi, everyone. My name is Shane McClurg, and for those of you keeping score, yes, that is Shawna's maiden name, which can only mean that I am the father of the bride. I'm just kidding. I also am a brother, so we get another brother speech. Shawna is clenching in fear right now because he's so worried because I said I would make a speech, but only if I could make it really embarrassing. So here we're going to go. Now, I know nobody wants to hear a wedding speech that talks about former lovers, but there is someone we need to address, Leonardo DiCaprio. Let me explain. So Shawna and I have always been best friends. I was sort of like a built-in best friend since I'm her baby brother, so I was just always there right from the beginning. But I was more like her little minion, you know, whatever she would say, I would say, and I just follow her lead. But trust me, I loved it. I loved every second of it because who wouldn't want to follow the footsteps of someone as cool as Shawna? She was the coolest, smartest, at least I thought, person in the world in my eyes. So of course I wanted to be just like her. So we always played games together. We watched Disney movies. We grew up on Disney and could quote them back and forth to each other, especially on those long road trips for our horror shows. We even dressed up as Disney characters. For one Halloween, I was Simba from The Lion King, and Shawna was Nala from The Lion King. And then the day after Halloween, Shawna was also Nala from The Lion King. And the day after that, she was Nala from The Lion King. She just kind of wore that costume for a couple of weeks after that until it broke. And then she put on the Simba costume and wore that for a couple more weeks. But the point is, Shawna and I have always been best friends. Until 1999. The year the Titanic sank. Or at least that's the year the movie Titanic came out. And that is when Shawna discovered Leonardo DiCaprio, therein discovering boys. Suddenly, I was no longer the cool, built-in best friend, but I was the dorky baby brother who was hindering Shawna from having her Mary-Kate and Ashley preteen summer romance. Billboard dad, I was not. But it's okay, it's okay. The story has a happy ending. We have since mended things, and we are thick as thieves once more. But I still can't watch a Leonardo DiCaprio movie without crying a little bit. But I do have to give Leo some credit, because he set a standard. Not for Shawna, but for me. Because from that moment, I vowed if any man was going to steal my sister away from me again, he'd have to be really, really good. Let me tell you something. Justin is really, really good. He is the best person I have ever met. He likes Legos and Star Wars, so he's pretty much a cooler version of me. And also, I don't know if you noticed this, but Leonardo DiCaprio was not invited to this wedding. And I was, so I think we're on the same level here. But yeah, after growing up with all those Disney movies, it's nice to see that Shawna has found her Disney prince. And it's so happy to see her and her prince live their happily ever after. And it's no secret that Shawna is very capable of making lots of friends with her bubbly and wonderful personality. But I want you to always remember, I was always her first best friend. And I'm so glad that I now have my best friend back, and that I have a new best friend, and that I'm here at my best friend's wedding. I say a little prayer for you. It's from the movie My Best Friend's Wedding. Justin, this family always breaks out into song. Get used to it. To the bride and groom.
All right, last but not least, I'm Jonathan. So I'm Jonathan. I'm Justin's older brother. And I taught Justin everything he knows. And so you can see, he turned out pretty good. So Justin, you're welcome. No, but seriously, being an older brother, it was a lot of fun. Because you could normally get your younger brothers to do things that you normally wouldn't do yourself. So I had a lot of fun over the years with both of them, but Justin in particular. And there's one story that kind of stands out. So as kids, and I think this really hasn't changed today, but we loved fireworks. And growing up in California, you can't really get any good fireworks. But luckily, we have an aunt and uncle who live in Idaho. So whenever we'd go up and visit them, we would always stock up on all the illegal fireworks that would be illegal in California and bring them back. And we would spend a lot of time going out to the river where my other aunt and uncle have a place, and we'd go out and ride motorcycles and go do four-wheeling and shooting and all kinds of fun stuff like that. And we thought it would be a good idea, or I thought it would be a good idea, to convince Justin to put on a motorcycle helmet and goggles and run back and forth along this raised canal road, and we'd shoot Roman candles and bottle rockets at him. So we had our kind of own private shooting gallery. So, but we had a lot of great times and memories growing up with my two younger brothers. I'm so happy and thankful for both of them. And especially Justin, I'm so proud of you for everything that you've accomplished. Becoming an officer in the Marine Corps and now a captain, that's such a huge accomplishment. And I am so tremendously proud of you. You got deployed to Iraq. You came back. You got your master's degree in electrical engineering. And now he teaches at the Naval Academy in Annapolis. And finally, he met Shawna, who is one of the most wonderful people I've ever had the pleasure of meeting. And they are so good together. They make each other so happy, and they complement each other so well. And I'm so happy they found one another. And there's one thing that really stands out to me about Shawna that I noticed right away, and I'm sure most of you have noticed right away, or whether or not you've met her for the first time or have known her your entire life, is that she's just so much fun to be around. She's so bright, and she makes you feel so happy when you're around her. And I've enjoyed all the times I've got to spend with her and get to know her over the years. And I'm so happy and excited to welcome her into our family. So I'd just like to say congratulations to Justin and Shawna. And I wish you all the best, all the happiness, and a bright future together. So cheers to Justin and Shawna.